Namaste Gurukulians. I hope you all are well at home with your parents. Today I, Pratibha Kundu, is going to teach you a chapter, and the title of that chapter is The Tree. It is written by Indira Anand Krishna. So before starting the chapter, I am going to tell you about the author Indira Anand Krishna. So she is a renowned Indian writer who has written many short stories. She has written a lot of numerous short stories. She has a passion for reading young minds through her writings. She has a passion for reading young minds. Young minds means small children. Her simple yet interesting use of words makes her writings popular among young readers just like you. She finds writing a direct and delightful way to interact with children. So basically she is a children's writer, and now she has written this story, and this story is about it will take us in future where people are living in space stations. People are living in space stations. Now what are space stations? Space stations are man-made satellites. It is a kind of satellite, but it is not a natural satellite. It is man-made, human-made satellite. And space stations are man-made and highly scientific and technological. There are no plants, trees, etc. And the people who are living in space stations in the story never heard of these natural resources. So let's begin the story. But let me introduce you to the characters of the story. There are two satellites in the story, space stations. First is Pantoid, and the second one is Octoid, and the third one is Earth. Earth is a planet where we are living now. So Plura, Ura, Ron, and Zion. Plura, Ura, Ron, and Zion. These are the children who are living on Pantoid. Pantoid पर ये लोग रहते थे. And one other character who is living on Pantoid is Grandpa. Grandpa is grandfather of these children. And the second is Octoid. On Octoid, there are two children which are living, Anjana and Dev. Anjana, Dev, and one more person who is living on Octoid is Lady 2, or you can say Auntie Vajanti. What is the name of the character? Auntie Vajanti. Earlier, these three were living on Earth in the story, but after when Earth got polluted so much, then that lady Auntie Vajanti took Anjana and Dev with her and migrated to Octoid. Fine. Now on Earth there are three characters which are living on Earth in the story, and they are Sarahai, which is an old lady. Fine. And two children, and their names are Meena and Arun. Meena and Arun. let me repeat it again. On Pintoid, Plura, Yura, Ron, Zion and grandfather. These characters are living on Pintoid. Anjana, Dev, Lady 2 or you can say Auntie Vajanti are living on Octoid, and Sara Bhai, Meena and Arun are living on Earth in this story. So let's begin the chapter. This is your book Treasures of English, which is of Cordova Publications, and it is on page number 45. Scene 1. The opening scene is a space station Pintoid. On stage is a large TV screen. Plura, Ron, Zion and Yura dressed unusually. Unusually means in a different way are about to watch TV. These four are going to watch the TV. The eldest, Plura. Plura is the eldest among these four. And Plura adjusts the set, flashes and sounds, and the TV gets focused on Anjana and Dev singing and dancing with the rabbit and the monkey. These children may also be dressed differently as they are Earth children migrated to another space station, Octoid. So, Anjana and Dev, I have already introduced these characters to you. Anjana and Dev are dancing on the TV, and these children are watching them on TV and they are dancing, and they are the children they are living earlier on the Earth, but due to some reasons they migrated to Octoid. Stage lights bright on the TV screen. Anjana and Dev, they are singing the song. Auntie Vajanti has a farm, and on that farm are mango trees. With a mango here and a mango there, here a mango, there a mango, everywhere a mango. Then Yura asked, Plura, what is mango? These children are living on Pintoid and they never heard about the things which we are having on Earth, like trees, plants, fruits. Fine. So Yura asked Plura, what is a mango? Plura, keep quiet Yura, listen and watch. We shall find out later. Plura also don't know the meaning of mango, and he asked Yura to be quiet and we will find out the meaning of word mango later. Song continues. Now apple to replace mango. Apple. Now Ron wonders, what is apple? Apple, Zion. What could that be? Zion. Obviously there is some program relayed from a weird place. Relayed means broadcasted. This program is, then Zion said, this program is broadcasted from a weird place, strange place, which is Octoid, because Anjana and Dev are living on Octoid. Obviously, there is some program relayed from a weird place. I cannot understand head or tail of this song. Let us watch it anywhere on. While they talk, children in the background keep dancing. Song continues. Guava to replace apple. First mango, then second apple, and now guava. Yura, guava. What a funny name. Wonder what it means. Anjana, Dev and animals leave stage. Plura switches off the television. Now Plura switched off the TV. Plura asked, tree. What is a tree? Must find out. Come along, Yura, Ron and Zion. They don't have any clue about the word tree and fruits. Fine? Now Ron, how are we to find out? Who would know the meaning of tree? Now they are worried that who is going to tell us the meaning of these words like tree, mango, apple and guava? Zion. Idea. Then Zion got it. Gets an idea that let us ask grandpa, and they are going to the grandpa because they want to ask him about the trees. In scene second, grandpa on a rocking chair, eyes closed, children come in. He opens his eyes and watches them curiously. He was resting and all the children are now standing beside the grandpa, Ron. Grandpa, what is a tree? Zion, and a mango and an apple. Grandpa, looking more and more surprised. He was surprised because these words are very old. And where did you pick up these ancient words from? Ancient means old. Now, Grandpa is totally surprised that where you pick up these ancient words. Plura, the TV. Plura said, we heard these words on television. When we switched it on, there was some outlandish song. Outlandish means strange, and dance program was going on. It was all about trees. And Plura said that dance is all about the trees and fruits. Grandpa, excited and alert. Possible. Let me hear the song, children. Can you sing it for me? Grandpa asked the children to sing that song for him. Plura, I suppose we can. A bit of it at least. Children sing first verse without background music. Then the children started to sing the song without any background music. Plura, did you understand what we said? Grandpa nods. Ron, great. Then tell us, Grandpa, what the song is all about. Now the children are asking about the song. That Grandpa, please tell us the meaning of the song and the meaning of the word tree. Grandpa, well you see, long, long ago. Zion, oh no, not a story of long ago. Grandpa, I cannot help it, Zion, for the simple reason that a tree belongs to a time long, long ago. So, Grandpa started to tell them a story about old times. Oh no, Plura said, oh no, what was a tree like, Grandpa? Grandpa, tall and brown with soft green leaves. Grandpa told the children that the tree is tall, brown and having some soft green leaves. Tall and brown with soft green leaves. What did a tree give, Grandpa? Zion asked. What did the tree give, Grandpa? Grandpa said it gave shade, birds nested in it and animals rested underneath it. It gave fruits like mango, guava, papaya, banana, pear and many more. The wood of the tree made fire to cook, houses to live in and paper to write on. Grandpa explained everything, each and every benefit we are getting from the trees. Ron, sounds like a fairy tale. What did the trees eat? Ron asked, what did the trees eat? Now he is asking about the food which trees take. Grandpa, they drank a lot of water. Yura, where did the water come from? Now they are having no clue about anything, as I have mentioned in the mentioned earlier, that they have no clue about trees, fruits and all other natural resources like water also. And when Grandpa said that they drank a lot of water, then Plura asked, what did the water come from? Grandpa, under the ground. Plura, how did it get there? Grandpa, from the sky. Now he is explaining the whole procedure in front of the children. Zion, how did it get up there? Grandpa, through the trees from the sea. Plura, a wonderful story indeed. Ron, Grandpa, why do we not have all these things here on Pentoid? Now these children wonders why we do not have these all things on Pentoid, which is a human-made satellite, human-made space station. Grandpa, because our space station is highly scientific and technological, it is human-made and humans cannot make trees, water and other living creatures. So, Grandpa explained the children that these all are natural resources and we are living on a space station which is human-made. Yura, where can we find trees, Grandpa? Grandpa, pointing to the sky, very far away in the space. is a planet called Earth, where birds sing and peacocks dance, where fresh, cool water rushes in the rivers and trees bear fruit. Oh Grandpa, we want to go to the Earth. In that case, now these children are very curious about the planet Earth and they want to go on Earth, on planet Earth to watch, to see these natural resources. Oh Grandpa, we want to go to Earth. In that case, Grandpa said, in that case I shall get the spaceship ready for you. Then the children convinced their grandfather, and now the grandfather is ready to send the children on planet Earth. Children, oh thank you Grandpa, thank you so much. Now the children thanked their grandfather. Children danced around Grandpa. They are delighted, they are very happy and they are dancing. In scene 3, spaceship on stage. Theme tune continues as children get in one by one. Grandpa watches and smiling. Now spaceship is ready and now they are entering in the spaceship because that spaceship is going to take the children on the Earth. Children, goodbye Grandpa. Grandpa, goodbye children. Have a nice trip. Lights out, sound of rocket taking off, then landing, lights turn on, stage is bare except for spaceship standing on one side. Children get off and walk around, theme tune playing softly. Now Ron, is this the Earth? They reached, they landed, the spaceship landed on the Earth. Now Ron, is this the Earth? But there is nothing here, the whole place is so bare. When they reached Earth, there was nothing. No trees, no animals and no fruits, no plants, no water. Then Yura said, oh, it is so hot and the temperature was very high. They were feeling very hot. Plura, where are the trees? Plura asked, where are the trees? Zion, where are the birds and dancing peacocks? They are wondering about all the things that their grandpa told them, that you will find trees, animals, peacocks and so many things on Earth. But now they are very depressed that there is nothing. Children look depressed, they leave the stage slowly one by one. Scene 4, a mound of cactus on one side of stage, the effect of the stream on the other, and the children, they go towards the stream. Now Ron said, a stream, I am thirsty. Stream means nadi. Stream means ek choti si nadi. I am very thirsty. Ron was thirsty. Plura, so are all of us. Children gulp water with their palms. All the 4 children were very thirsty and they gulped water from that stream. Yura, thoo, spitting, horrid taste. Horrid means very horrible, very bitter taste. The water tastes very bitter. Ron, it is like a bitter medicine. Ron said that the taste of the water is like a medicine. Plura, highly polluted water. Look at its dirty color. The color of the water is black and Plura is saying that look at the color of the water. It is highly polluted. Zion, sniffing the air. The place is stinking. Stinking means of very bad smell. The place was stinking. Yura, I do not like the Earth. Grandpa was wrong in describing it to us. So the 4 of the children do not like the Earth at all. Ron points to the cactus and goes close to it. Look at this. This is surely a tree. You know, cactus is a plant which have thorns. Thorns means kante. Fine. Now, Ron want to touch that plant of cactus, and he thought that it is a tree, and I want to touch its soft leaves. Look at this. This is surely a tree. Ron is about to touch the cactus when 2 Earth children, Meena and Arun, come running in. Now which are living on earth, comes there when Ron was about to touch the cactus plant. Meena said, "Do not touch it. It is full of thorns." Yura, thorns, but Grandpa said trees had soft green something. Arun. Then Arun explained, leaves. Yes, they say that when trees grew on earth, they were tall and brown with soft green leaves. They bore flowers and fruits. But now everything is changed. Plura, tell us who you are first. Now Plura asked Meena and Arun to give them their introduction. Meena said, "I am Meena and he is Arun, but you seem strangers out here." Plura said, "Yes, we are. I am Plura and they are Ron, Zion and Yura. We have come here from the space station Pentoid in search of trees." Now Plura said, "Yes, we are. I am Plura and they are Ron, Zion, Yura. We have come here from the space station." Now they introduced each other. The Pentoid children introduced themselves to Earth children, Meena and Arun, and Meena and Arun gave their introduction to the Pentoid children. Arun, "Poor you, it is of no use. There are no trees on the earth and there is no beauty on the earth." Arun said, you came here and that is of no use now, because on earth now there are no trees and there is no beauty on earth. Meena, "Now wait a minute, what about Sarabhai? Let us go to her, maybe she will tell us something." Meena said to Arun that let's go to Sarabhai, maybe she will tell us about something. Zion, "Who is Sarabhai?" Then Zion asked, "Who is Sarabhai?" Arun said, "You shall see her soon. Get going." Now the children are now planning to meet Sarabhai, who is an old lady living on planet Earth. So for today, that is all about. We will continue this chapter in our next video. So till then, take care.